What is up, everybody? It is Friday. It's Saturday. Hopefully, it's just Friday actually this time because it is match day. World Cup match number 1. U.S. men's national team versus Paraguay. More on that in a little bit, but very excited. It is that time. Finally, we've been waiting.
Can't wait.
Gosh, 1,200 days for this,
Wow.
give or take, right? That's actually terrible math. I think it's more like 1,400. Yeah, something like that. I saw a commercial and I wanted to use that and mess it up. But anyway, it is Charlotte for the week. Scratch that. It's actually USA for the month-ish is what we're going to be calling it for the next month. So it is all USA today and for the next month, like we talked about last week. So really excited. We'll just jump right into it, okay, I guess, right? It is recap time. U.S. played their final, I guess you would call it, tune-up match before the World Cup started on Sunday versus Germany. Final score was U.S. men's national team 1, Germany 2. Did take the L this week. Honestly, a lot of positives still. I mean, obviously, we know Germany's not the worst team. They are a top 10 ranked team in the world for a reason. They came out and showed their class very early. It was pretty much a starters game as well, I would say. I mean, I'm not saying that is going to be the absolute starters, maybe one or two differences in the actual lineup, but very likely who we think Coach Pochettino is going to go with kind of starting out. And they played 60 to 70 minutes as well, so they got some good run in there. Did sub everybody later, but it started off nightmarish. I mean, it was 2 minutes into the game. Easy header for Kai Havertz to score. Way too easy of a header there.
Poor marking on that.
Very poor marking. Miles Robinson got to get out there. Honestly, I also felt like Freeze maybe could have come and got the ball. It was a good ball in, to be fair, but yeah, he was not marked. Easy header, goal, 1-0 Germany. And really, it took about 15 minutes. Those first 15 minutes, we just weren't on the pace, right? I kind of equated it whenever I play FIFA, shout out my skills. If I play a team the week before, or really just 10 minutes before, that kind of sucks, and then I go play somebody that's maybe not so sucky, it takes me a little bit to get caught up to speed. And I think that might be what happened here. Not that Senegal sucks by any means, but they are certainly a level below Germany. I think we can all agree. And so I just think it took them time to get caught up to that pace. Once they did, though, they really started creating opportunities. I thought they were the better team for the majority after the 15 minutes with those starters. I thought they looked really good. Jedi Robinson.
Man.
I mean, an absolute missile. I mean, full volley. Never hit the ground, just full volley right into the top of the goal. I mean, what a goal that was. Unbelievable.
Just go ahead and put the clip in there.
Hey, Gabby, roll that clip and just, throw it or watch it go into the moon. I don't know how I was trying to say that, but you guys get it. It was a moon ball is what I'm trying to get to. He absolutely rocketed that ball into the net. 1-1 at halftime. And then really and truly, I thought we were going to be the ones to get the second goal coming out. They were looking really well. Unfortunately, kind of like a weird ball in the box, Leroy Sané jumps on it, scores a goal in the 57th minute to take that 2-1 lead. And then not shortly after, that's when most of the starters did come out, and that ended up, of course, being the final score. Some particular shout-outs or maybe shout-downs. We'll do stock up, stock down, right? I guess we could say it in this case. I feel like stock down for sure was Miles Robinson in this game. He was really directly responsible for both goals, in my opinion. The good thing is there is a caveat there. Good chance that Chris Richards will be healthy, and that is his spot. But if we need to rely on Miles Robinson, he's got to be better. That's my opinion when it comes to him. Our captain, though, this man right here, Timothy Michael Green, I really thought he had a pretty solid game. I mean, he like I said, we started out poorly and just, off the pace, as I had mentioned. I felt like he was the one to really settle the group. He made some good tackles. He got on the ball. He made good passes and really settled the group in. Thought he did pretty well. Did get caught out a little on that second goal, but again, that was more of a weird bounce than he wasn't in the right spot type deal, so hard to fault him. I thought he had a pretty good game. Same thing for Tyler Adams. He was really, off the pace early. He's the one that kind of came in, making a couple big challenges and really turned the tide, I felt. He had a really good, from minute 15 till he came out of the game. I thought he looked really good. Pulisic, I mean, unbelievable again. He didn't get a goal this game. He sure looked like he was going to get a goal. Had some unbelievable plays. He was irresistible, in my opinion, the way he was playing out there. Unbelievable game from him. No goals, unfortunately, on the score sheet, but played great. Ballo worked hard up top. I felt like he was a little sloppy when he got the ball. Personally, I felt like he felt rushed because he didn't have a ton of opportunities, perhaps. But overall, he was working hard. He was working well. Just a little bit sloppy with that touch. Needs to get that a little better, but decent game overall. Pass it off to you guys. What were your thoughts? Anything else to add?
I was pleasantly surprised. I think we came out a little shell-shocked since we gave up the goal in the first 2 minutes. And I mean, terrible marking, like you said. But I do think that this team, I think this is a good example of where we are kind of worried about where this team sits. They can come out like they did against Senegal, like combative attitude from the whistle, go at them, take it to them, or kind of come out with this oh heck, it's Germany. They've won the World Cup 4 times, and kind of like deer in headlights for a hot second.
Yep.
So I hope that. And I think they are excited about playing in the States and everything, but I do think there's kind of that nervous energy that they feel like they have to step up. So I just hope that they come out with that combative attitude, energy right from the whistle, and take it to them, because I think they did really well playing with Germany.
Yeah.
And I was very happy with a lot of the guys, and they did have that grit, that the desire, they wanted to do well. So I was excited. I also thought we were going to get the goal. So when it turned, the tide turned. But hey, it is German, and I like my German roots. So Germany.
There you go. Shout out Germany.
Yeah. I agree with you. One of the stats that we led, which I think tells a little bit about our attack, was the corners. I think we had 9 corners to there too.
Yeah.
So, when you get in that many corners, that means you're in and around their box, and you're making
every corner.
Every corner is a goal. We didn't get one. So, I mean, I thought it was a really good tune-up game. A type of game that you want going into the World Cup. The result doesn't matter as much as how they played, and I thought they really played well and outplayed Germany through good portions of the game. They, in my opinion, they were asleep on the first goal set piece. I think that's easily corrected, so I'm not particularly concerned about that. I think they'll go in the film room and kind of sort that out. And then my other thing is, you mentioned Tim Ream, our guy. That pairing, Anthony Robinson and Ream had a lot of history there with them being at Fulham for a long time, and you could really see that partnership working well.
Oh, they were.
And I will also just add real quick, even though we lost, it didn't feel like a loss. I felt like we were in it. So sometimes you come away and you're like, damn, we lost. That sucks. But I didn't have that feeling. I had that excitement of okay, we just hung with them. This is we have the chance to do this. So I was afraid, do you really want to L going into the start of your World Cup? But I think there's a lot of good things that gives them the momentum and motivation to be we got this, guys.
And you're right. And I'm glad you said that, because I was almost on the fence, because at the end of the day, we are at the point of this. This is it. This is what we waited again 1,400 days for, and you can't have that early mistake, right? When it comes down to it, and you can't take the L or you're out, right? Is the whole, beauty and sadness of this type of tournament. And so, I left it, very positive in terms of the gameplay on the field. But again, these aren't matches. We are not at the time where we're building. We are there. We have to be there. And so I was a little bit of a mixed, I really wanted to win that game, because this result particularly doesn't matter. No.
But the ones coming up do.
But it does, right? And that winning mentality can and will be important, in my opinion. And so I was a little bit on the fence on whether I was happy, sad. I was definitely happy with the performance, but at the same time, the mistakes we made are mistakes we've made in the past as well. Right. And again, you can't have them come Friday night.
And the ones that cost you from getting out of your group.
Absolutely. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag there. And I know we don't love being on the fence. We like kind of picking one side or the other. But really and truly, it is hard, because it is that time, and it is time to go. So that was my only thought there.
2 more things from me. I am concerned about our depth. I think we see a difference in play when we do some rotation. Miles Robinson wasn't good enough. So if we take a couple of injuries or we have to rest a few players, I'm concerned about that.
Sure.
The other thing I heard an interesting stat was that the U.S. men's national team under Pochettino has not beaten a European team.
That's true.
Yet.
That's true.
I don't know how much that matters, but I mean, it is something.
You better start.
I would say they got to start one day. Well, luckily, well, no, we do have one European side in our group. I was going to say I don't know that we do, but then around 3 teams, and we do have one. So absolutely true. Like I said, I think it is more positive than negative, especially coming from this game, from the 2 games that we that we just played. But overall, again, L's are L's, and they cannot happen at this time of the year, or you going home or staying home in this case. Also, quick shout out to the fans in Chicago. They showed up as well. Obviously we talked much about Charlotte and the fandom last week. Chicago showed up as well. I think they had 70K there, give or take. So really, really good job by all U.S. fans. And we hope to see that everywhere throughout the rest of this World Cup, campaign. Go cheer on the boys right at the end of the day. Don't care what city you're from at this point.
United States, baby.
It is the United States at the end of the day. So that'll we'll pass the torch is what I'm going to say to the next segment. Is that good?
That's
good.
You
like that? I like that. Try it on. So we'll patch the torch on and move into around the world. You didn't like that.
I'm going to snuff it. Snuff at your torch.
Oh, like shout out Riz God.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You can't
different show. Fire. Whatever. That is true. Anyway, into around the world. Again, this is usually the Charlotte news for the week. This is now around the world. As I just read that didn't sound quite the same at all, but it did in my head when I first typed it. But anyway, this is around the world, so a little bit different. If you guys remember last week, we picked our long shots, who we think has a chance outside of the top 4 or 5 teams that could go win the World Cup. So we're going to talk about them a little bit, but first we're going to start with our the teams in our group, right? So we'll just kind of go around. These are the last friendlies that they played prior to the World Cup. So how did they do? And it looks like it's me first. So again, the team we played this Friday night, right now as you're probably watching this, you're getting ready for it. Paraguay finished 4, Nicaragua 0. So big win for Paraguay. Let's be honest, though, Nicaragua is ranked 134th in the world. Definitely not in the World Cup. Certainly no Germany, so the level of competition wasn't there. But they did dominate the game. Paraguay had 72% possession, 27 shots to 1 in favor of Paraguay in this game. And the boy we kind of love to hate, Miguel Almiron, did have himself a goal from Atlanta United. So, again, a good game for Paraguay, but against quite literally a nobody, and I don't mean that in terms of nationalities. Nicaragua, we love you, but your team just kind of sucks. So it is what it is.
And you're not in the World Cup.
And you're definitely not in the World Cup. And Amy, what about Turkey?
Turkey played Venezuela. Turkey 2, Venezuela 1. So well done, Turkey, with a win. They had 53% possession, so it sounded like it was a pretty evenly matched as far as possession of the ball. Turkey had 16 shots, Venezuela 9. The goalkeeper for Venezuela had 6 saves, which I'm not sure how that works, because if you only saved 6 but they had 9 shots, then you should have scored 3. But that's okay. I don't have to
maybe they're blocked shots.
They obviously weren't on goal. Turkey also hit the crossbar once, so that I guess was one of their shots, maybe. But Venezuela is ranked 49th in the world. They're also not in the World Cup, so Turkey, along with Paraguay, didn't really have a warm-up game of someone who they could see in the World Cup. Nonetheless, they came away with the dub. So kudos, Turkey.
Next team in our group is Australia. They played Switzerland to a 1-1 draw. Honestly, not great stats here for Australia. It makes me feel a little bit better about the game. Just 37% possession. Only 4 shots on goal for Australia, with Switzerland had 9. And then Switzerland had 31 touches in and around the box, and Australia only had 5 touches in the box.
Yeah,
so
tells you a lot
they're
right
not attacking too much. So
No.
Switzerland is ranked lower than us in the FIFA World Cup rankings, the FIFA World Rankings at 19, and Australia is ranked, where are they? 27. So that's a good, I think, a good
measuring stick. I mean, they're right. Yeah, Switzerland's right around where we're at. And yeah, you would have to think that'd be similar, similar style. I don't, not all the way style wise maybe, but yeah, ranking wise pretty close. And does seem like Switzerland kind of dominated the game, but at the end of the day, they did play to a 1-1 draw.
Yep.
So those are the ones you do worry about come World Cup time.
Sure.
Again, you don't want to draw against an Australian team. No offense. If you can help it.
Because they are in the World Cup.
Because
so
they are.
Than the other
Switzerland is in the World Cup, and they are a pretty well-ranked team. So it was a better test than the other three,
right,
or
sure.
other two teams that we played in the group. So
what about your long horse?
Yeah, long horse. Long horse? Is that it?
Long shot? Dark horse?
Dark horse. There
long
we go. Yeah, I was like,
horse.
wait a second. I
I like a long horse.
Yeah, but wow.
A dark shot and a long horse.
Yes, there we go. So last week, Brian is married.
It's a family show.
It is. We'll keep it PG. But anyway, I have Ecuador, as we talked about last week, at plus 8,000. And so Ecuador dominated 3, Guatemala 0 in their tune-up game. Ecuador with 67% possession, 18 shots to 3 against Guatemala. Ecuador had 91% pass accuracy in this game as a team. Yeah, what a game for them.
It's like passing around cones.
Tell me about it. Yeah, it's hard to even do that around cones. I was playing a kickabout on Sunday and couldn't even kick it from here to there to 91% of the time.
Wow.
So that's really well done. Now again, Guatemala ranked 97th in the world. Certainly not a World Cup caliber team. So take that for what it's worth, but a good showing nonetheless for Ecuador.
My dark horse, long shot.
There you go. Yeah.
The men in orange, Netherlands, were able to get the win over Uzbekistan. Both of these teams are in the World Cup.
That's right.
Uzbekistan is ranked 50th. Netherlands is, 6, 7.
A little lower. I think they're closer
8, 9.
I think around 8, 9, somewhere around there.
Anyway, top 10 team, regardless. Netherlands had 65% of the possession. They both had 2 stoppage time goals. And of course, Liverpool, my boy Cody Gakpo, got both goals for the Netherlands, both on penalty kicks. So, I guess Uzbekistan likes to foul in the box.
Perhaps.
Netherlands, Till got a red card in the 87th minute.
I wonder how that works, and I guess it doesn't work at all for World Cup. But
it's weird to get red cards in like
a friendly game.
Friendlies.
Yeah.
And then of course, like I said, they're both in the World Cup with Uzbekistan, right at the mid mark of the top 100 teams.
And my dark horse, Morocco, drew with Norway. That's a good team. Norway's a good team. Morocco had just 46% of possession, and goals from Brahim Diaz and Martin Odegaard for Norway had their goal. So we got a few good players for Norway, so I think that's a really good matchup and a good test for Morocco. They did have a couple of injuries. Nusser Mazraoui, and he's a Man United guy, and Abde Izalawi from Real Betis went off injured.
Not clapping for the injury, clapping for his pronunciation.
Certainly don't want injuries in friendly matches leading up to the World Cup, so hopefully it's not too significant for my dark horse. And then Norway is ranked 31 in the world, and obviously both teams are ranked in the World Cup and the top.
Shout out Norway training in Greensboro, North Carolina, by the way. So kind of cool there. But it seemed like a good game there. All their starters were playing, and very hotly contested game. Hate to see the injuries, like you said. Hopefully they're able to play. Hopefully nothing too serious, but we will see. And that will pass the torch into the next section, really kind of the last section of the day, the match day preview. We'll get to it after this commercial break presented by Timothy Michael Reed. And into the section that brought it to you all, the original, the OG, if you will. It is the match day preview time. Again, match day, World Cup match day number 1. So excited to be able to say that. It is the United States of America, ranked 16th in the FIFA rankings, up against Paraguay, who is ranked 40th in the FIFA World Rankings. I was trying to enunciate it, Amy. I was trying to go Paraguay. It does. Actually, try it sometime. It's an exercise I'd like to use from time to time. But it's Paraguay, 40th, USA 16th. Only 2 head-to-head meetings against these teams in the last decade, so they don't play a whole lot, even though they are on the same hemisphere. USA did win both matchups. A 1-0 victory March 28th in 2018. Shout out Bobby Wood scoring the goal there.
Wonder what Bobby's up to now.
Yeah, probably going to be watching, but definitely not playing. And then very recent, though. So just on this past November 15th, 2025, it was a 2-1 victory for your boys in the red, white, and blue. Shout out Gio Reyna with the goal. Shout out Flo Balagoon with the other goal. So, yeah, 2 good wins recently against Paraguay. To talk a little bit about Paraguay, my report for the day, if you will. I did this studying so you didn't have to, fans. They are coached by Gustavo Alfaro. He took over in September of 24, so fairly new coach, but much more tenured than Poch is for us.
Sure.
Paraguay, we already don't like them because they have 2 Atlanta United players in Miguel Almiron and Galarza. They also have one Orlando player who we don't like either, Martino Ojeda. So they are just filled with hate, at least from our side. Point of view. Yeah, so another really good reason to not like them come Friday. Almiron, of course, is the marquee name on this team. Obviously the Premier League pedigree that he's got. They also have a really good defender, Gustavo Gomez. He is their captain, most capped player, 88 caps for him. He defends for Palermus down in South America. They have 2 rising stars to look out for as well. So they have Diego Gomez. He's a 23-year-old playing for Brighton Hove Albion right now in the Premier League, midfielder for him. And then also Julio Enciso, 22-year-old Strasbourg player. He's a forward. Listen, Paraguay is not going to hold – nothing's going to be surprising about them on the field. They are a standard 4-4-2 formation. They play that deep block. They're going to really rely on just staying compact. And then when you make the mistake, they're going to try to be quick in transition, right? That's how they play the game. That's what we have to look out for come Friday night. So I guess I'll pass it to Brian first. Brian, what do you think the keys to the game are? And also give me a little sneak peek on who the starting lineup will be for the U.S.
All right. So keys to the game are sound defense. We got to clean up that set piece defensively. And maybe score on a set piece. I think we're going to have some opportunities around the goal again from corner kicks and that sort of thing. So I think we need to come out and play fast and try to jump on them early. Let's not be timid. Let's try to get the nerves out as quickly as possible and jump on them and see if we can't ride the wave of the crowd to take us forward. So my starting 11 is I think Matt Freese gets the start in net. And I've got a 4-4-3 formation. So our defenders are Anthony Robinson, Tim Ream, Chris Richards, and Serginho Dest. Then we've got in the middle Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, and Malik Tillman. And then up top we've got Pulisic, Balogun, and Reyna.
Okay, Reyna in there. I like you. You throw him in there. Is as far as that midfield, is McKennie the higher player or Tillman the higher player?
I think we probably got Tillman as the higher player. I think McKennie's probably – well, no, I'm going to flip that. I'm going to say Weston McKennie's going to be a more of attacking mid, and then Tillman's in the middle, and then Tyler Adams is
certainly – yeah. Okay. Amy?
I'm going to go back to they better come out with a combative fierceness. You got to get on them early. This is a game. I mean, we're ranked pretty significantly higher in the world than Paraguay. We had that last set of Paraguay. Oh gosh, it does help.
See?
I'm just kidding.
Paraguay.
Yeah, does it feel better?
It does.
Better to say.
So, I mean, especially with that last win, I just think this is a game that you have to come out and show we're here. You're on our turf. This is our house. So make sure you don't make the silly early mistake. I think that can be a real deal breaker. So if we come out with that combative fierceness, put on the gas early, I do think we'll be the quicker team. I think we'll be the team that plays better in transition, a lot more linking up play from the midfield to our strikers. So they can sit back in a low block as long as they want, as far as I'm concerned. I think we have the players that have the skills to take it at them and attack. So I see a lot of corners. I see a lot of shots. And I'll let you know what I think for the score later. My lineup, because I think this is a game that I'm going to put Miles Robinson in there. I really like Alex Freeman, but since Brian had Alex Freeman in there, I'll go with somebody else. But I think out of the 3 matches, maybe this is when you can afford to put a Miles Robinson in. And then I have Chris Richards, Ream, and Dest. So I have like a 5-3-2 with those 5. Mostly a 3-back with the 2 wingers being
pushed up
and
Robinson on the outside. Yeah.
And then I have Tyler Adams, Weston McKinney, and Tillman in the middle. And then I have Pulisic and Balogun up top.
Okay, yeah, that is pretty much what we ran this past week, and very likely to be very similar to that, if not exactly that, with the maybe exception we'll see about Richards Robinson. Yeah, listen, you guys hit it nail on the head, right? As far as what we need to do, keys to the game. We know we're the quicker team. We know we're a more skilled team, and frankly, we better come out. I mean, LA. You saw what Charlotte did. You saw what Chicago did. You better bring it even harder. I need to see a packed-out stadium. I think if we pack that place out full of red, white, and blue, those boys are going to be able to walk out there and feel that momentum right from the jump like they should and really impose their will on a team like this, right? They
be the 12th man.
Absolutely. Be the 12th man out there. Be the 13th man as well, right? But I don't know where that came from. But at the end of the day, yes, I think you need to have that juice going into the game to get the boys fired up and ready. They're going to already be. It's a World Cup after all, but you can bring that support to them.
Help shake the nerves early.
Exactly. Yeah. And then exactly what you said, though. You want to sit in that 4-4-2, fine. You sit back. No, we're going to push you back is what's going to happen.
You sit back, we attack.
Yeah, that's the one. That's a good – I like that slogan. Hey, yeah, we – put that in somewhere.
Put it on
trademark.
You sit back, we're going to attack.
Yeah, that's good. But it's exactly that, right? And let your skill shine through. We have the skill. We have the team, right?
We have the players.
Team like Paraguay.
On paper, we should win this game.
100%.
Absolutely.
And I would love to come out with 3 points in the first match.
Got to, in my opinion. And yes, we'll certainly talk about that. My starters are obviously pretty similar to you guys. Change at goalkeeper, though. I am putting in Turner at goalkeeper. I just think I think he's just got a little bit higher of a ceiling at the end of the day. Now, Freeze is a little bit more steady, perhaps, but I didn't love watching him. Again, to me, he should have been able to come out for that ball on the Havertz header. That's not the only thing that put him on the bench. It's just that, again, that higher upside to me. So I do have Matt Turner in there at goalkeeper. And I certainly think we stay with the back 3. It is a shifting back 3, though. I mean, you really have kind of Anthony Robinson sitting a little bit further back sometimes to make it 4. But in terms of the 3 at the back, I think that's absolutely going to be Alex Freeman on the right, kind of center back, Chris Richards right there in the sweeper spot, and Tim Ream, our captain, Tim Ream on the left center back there. Our wing backs will be just like we talked about here, Serginho Dest on the right, Jedi Robinson on the left. I think that's world class, to be honest, on that outside, so no reason to change that up. In the middle of the pitch, we, of course, have Tyler Adams right there at the defensive midfield. Pushed just a little bit further up would be Tillman, right, in my opinion, just a little bit further, but really kind of more in a defensive holding midfield role will be Malik Tillman. And then, of course, up further will be Weston McKinney on the right-hand side of the 2 kind of attacking midfielders. Our boy Christian Pulisic on the left side. And I'm not going Mr. Balogun. I am going Ricardo Pepi to start. I really like. I even like he came in with only 15 minutes to go in the last game. He made a couple really wow plays to me. I just like the way he connected in the game in Charlotte, and I think that roll with him at the end of the day. He's a little cleaner on the ball, or at least has been in the 2 games that we've watched so far. And when a striker gets hot, I think you roll with him. I don't want to, dismiss Balogun. I don't want to hurt his confidence, but at the same time, I'm rolling with the team, the player that seems to have it going right now, and I am going Pepe up top. That is my starting line.
You are amazing, but I don't think Flowman's going to be hearing your commentary to break his confidence, but I appreciate that.
Hopefully, yeah.
Appreciate.
I'm lighting the fire under his butt.
I do like your Turner cut. Like, I think that's a good call because I think I would now that you said that, he's been in a World Cup. I think you have that presence in the back to just let him know that.
Yeah,
I prefer him, but
100%.
Freeze started the last game, which I thought probably indicates that he's going to
probably so.
But
I then he gave up. He didn't come out of the goal, so
we'll see. Like I said, we will see. But yeah, that's my starting 11. We'll see what actually turns out come Friday, and then passing the torch, last little section, and then to
buddy.
close it all out, prediction time. It is that time. So shout out Nana who's here. Yeah, last time she was here, she correctly predicted the score line of 1-0 for Charlotte. I believe that was over New England.
Yes.
Yep. So she is here watching again. But yeah, it's time to predict USA versus Paraguay.
Paraguay.
I'll go ahead and knock it out, I guess. So I've got United States men's national team 2. I've got Paraguay nil, zilch, nada. They ain't going to score on us. I think it's a 2-0 wash, 3 points to the boys in red, white, and blue. Amy, what do you think?
You're not giving us goal scorers?
Oh, good point. I forgot how to do my own show.
Wow.
So, yes, goal scorers in this one. We got to go Christian Pulisic. The way he's been playing in the last 2 games, he seems inevitable to score in a game like this. So, Christian Pulisic for sure. Weston McKennie. I think he's going to play a little bit higher up like we talked about. I think he can get a goal in a game like this. Probably a headed goal. He loves to score those. So Weston McKennie, Christian Pulisic are my goal scorers.
Nice. I also had the dub. I'm going to go 3-0 with the 3 points to the boys in red, white, and blue. And my goal scorers, I'm going to go with Pulisic, of course. I'm going to go with Balogun. And then I'm going to go with a Chris Richards header off of a set piece.
He's good at those.
I like that.
Okay.
All right, I am also going with the dub, but I've got Paraguay 1.
Oh, no clean sheet.
Clean sheet.
Fair.
USA 2, and I was going to say Pulisic 2, but not to be boring, I'm going to pick somebody else. I'm going to go with Balogun. And I'm going to go with Serginho Dest. He's been right up there in the mix. So
scored a goal in the game we were at, of course. Yeah. So yeah, I thought about him. He was the second name on my name, but at the end of the day, didn't quite get it. And of course, let me do my call here, Maddie.
You know, it should be like.
I forgot we did something last time. But here, the magic of television. Here she is. It is Maddie. What is our score?
I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do 3-2.
Okay.
A little high scored?
Because
who's scoring for Paraguay? That was a joke, sorry.
Just say Almiron.
them. I'm gonna say Tyler Adams as a goal scorer, Christian Pulisic, and Weston McKennie.
Nice.
Let's go with it. All right, 3-2. And then I think I have even more help. We're going to call in to the right side, stage left. It is Caitlin. Shout out 8th grade graduation. Caitlin, yeah, today. That's true. But yeah, let's go ahead and get your prediction as well.
I'm doing 3-1. I think it's going to be Pulisic, Timothy Weah, and Anthony Robinson.
Hey, okay, let's see Weah. Coming in maybe off the bench to score. And then, I love Jedi. We saw the goal that he scored, obviously, this last week. So another banger from him would be excellent. And, so that's a clean news. We do have breaking news. Not really breaking news, but we do want to shout out.
Predictions.
We have more
predictions.
Okay, I didn't know if everybody was coming.
20 to 26.
This is live. Class of 2026. Congratulations. We have our twins, our favorite twins, Section 233. Shout out Kenzie. Shout out Kylie. Are we giving predictions as well? Or
yes.
We? All right, perfect. Yes, this is all for the U.S.
We are shouting them out for graduation.
Yes. They graduate. By the time you have watched this, they've already graduated. I'm actually sitting in their living room watching this game with them, so it means a lot. But yes, congratulations, girls. Give me your predictions.
Thanks, Mark.
Yes.
I'm going to go the safe route with a 2-2 draw.
Oh.
I am going to expect worse and hope for better.
Yeah. I like
hope
that.
to be pleasantly surprised.
There we go.
All right, who's your goal scorers?
Dest and Pulisic.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay, I'm going 2-0 USA, obviously.
Good scoreline there.
Thank you. My goal scorers are Des and Timothy Weah.
Okay, right side, strong side.
Yeah.
And I think that puts a. What do we put? We don't put a bow on this. We don't. The torch is going to be snuffed, I guess, for the end of this episode.
We put a ream on it.
Timothy Michael. Yeah.
Timothy Michael.
Yes. Hey. let's go, boys. And I'm about to say black and blue, red, white, and blue. That is it. As always, thank you guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Let's go.
It is that time. We've waited so long. World Cup starting today. Watch it. What time? 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
9 p.m. Be there. Be square. Until next time. For the
USA.
week.
For the
We'll work on that sign up.
USA.
I'm
For the
proud
torch.
to be
For
an
the-
American.
You
We can do
guys
whatever.
for the
Yeah.
flag.